Hi, what up, all? This is Nick. I'm back. Here to talk about today. Patriots losing to the Jets. Yes, I'm here to talk about that. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game and how I thought that this game um, really could have went either way. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that the Patriots are going to win this game because I honestly didn't know. I am a huge Patriots fan, but I thought that the Jets it really came down to them just executing better than Tom Brady. I mean, can you say that Mark Sanchez outplayed Tom Brady today? Yes, you can, because Brady had, what was it, two interceptions today, I believe, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it was two. Sanchez had three touchdowns. I think Brady just had one touchdown. And I thought that Braylon Edwards really broke out this game and just destroyed the Pats secondary and our corners. I thought the Jets defense played well. They stayed on Brady for most of the game. You know, I mean, I just think. I just thought that overall, the Patriots did a very. I mean, they lost 28-14. So, I mean, there was no action in the first quarter. It kept going back and forth. Both teams were playing really good defense until the second quarter when the Pats go on this drive and they get to the red zone and Brady throws it in the quarter to Welker and he gets a touchdown. And then the Jets fail to convert again and Brady threw a really, really nice pass to Randy Moss who had that the one-hand catch in the end zone over Darrelle Revis, and I thought that, that was just a message to Darrelle Revis, for him running his mouth about Randy Moss, saying he's washed up, he's not this, he's not that. I thought that was a huge play for Randy Moss. And the Jets, I think, Sanchez went to Braylon Edwards, and the Jets got a field goal out of it. So it was 14-10 at half. But another thing that I have to talk about is Stephen Gostkowski on how he's missing these field goals. He missed, I think it was a 37. It was either a 37 or a 35-yarder, and then they called a penalty because they were offside or something. And it was like a 5-yard penalty, and then it was like 40 yards or something. And he's missing, and he missed that. And then before that game, he missed his last two in a row, so he missed three in a row. I mean, he is starting to scare me a little bit. How he's missing these ones that are just 30, 40 yards out. I'm not going to say anything if he misses like a 50-yarder or a 55-yarder or something like that. But he shouldn't be missing that. From 30 to 40 yards. I mean, that should just be automatic for a kicker. And he's never really had a problem up until that game. Where I started getting worried if they started kicking field goals, he was just going to miss them. So I just had to get that off my chest because I thought that Gostkowski just couldn't kick the ball. We have to have a good kicker if it comes down to if we're going to win the game or not. And I'm a little concerned right now about him. I don't know if you guys are, but I sure as hell am. So it was 14-10 going in to at half, and then the Jets, they score 14 unanswered points in the third and fourth quarters. The Pats made an attempt to get back, but they failed to convert. I thought Welker had he had a decent game. Moss kind of broke out, but it really wasn't good enough. And then, what it came down to was execution, them being able to make the third down conversions, what they did today. Some they didn't, other times they didn't. And Brady had a couple interceptions, but they have Darrelle Revis, they have Antonio Cromartie, they have good corners that are going to read Brady a lot, and I think the Jets have a good defense. I do think that, the Jets may be the second team in this division. I'm not going to say that right now because the Dolphins are 2-0. So I think that's pretty funny. Who the hell would have thought that the Dolphins would be 2-0 and we're 1-1? The Jets are 1-1, and the Bills, I think, are 0-2. I think this division's it's going to be pretty open this year. I do think it's going to be competitive, whereas in years past it really hasn't. It's just the Patriots dominating the division. But I definitely think it's going to be competitive this year. Um, I'm not going to sit here and say that the Jets are going to go to the Super Bowl. I know a lot of people are saying, the defense is the best in the league. They have a great quarterback, but I mean, I'll say that Sanchez had a good game against the Patriots. I mean, he had a really bad game against the Ravens, which they lost. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Sanchez is going to, be consistent the whole year long and be better than Brady. I'm definitely not going to say that. Brady had a bad game today, yes. So, he's obviously going to bounce back in the next game. I just think it came down to execution. The Jets executed better. They played better defense. They scored 14 unanswered points, and when the Patriots couldn't answer back at all, that's really what it came down to. Brady had 2 interceptions, didn't really have a good game, and our defense got torn apart by Braylon Edwards. So, I mean, that's about it. So, you guys' thoughts on this game. Peace.